Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Kenmore dishwasher water supply tube. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new water supply tube. The water supply tube supplies the water to the middle and the upper spray arms. The main reason you'll be changing it out is if it's damaged and the water pressure is reduced and your dishes aren't getting clean. In order to get to the part, we have to open up the dishwasher door. Once you have the door open, we can take out the lower rack. All you have to do is reach in and pull it out. Once you have it out, you can lift it off and set it aside. Now we can take off the upper rack. First we have to take off the end caps from the rails. So we're just going to grab the rails and pull them out about halfway. Then we can take them off the rails. On this end cap, there's a set of lines on this side that we have to press, so it releases the locking tab on the other side. So we're just going to press on that and then pull the end cap towards the center of the dishwasher. Once you have it off, you can set it aside. This one comes off the same way. Now we can pull the upper rack out. All you have to do is grab it and pull it off the rails. Once you have it out, you can push the rails back in, and then we can set the dish rack aside. Now that we have the racks out of the way, we can take off the lower spray arm. We just have to unscrew this stud right here. Sometimes it's on there pretty tight, so we're going to use pliers to turn it. It's reverse thread, so you want to go clockwise to loosen it up. Once you have it unscrewed, you can lift the lower spray arm out and set it aside. Now we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the two screws that hold the water supply tube to the tub. You want to be careful when you're taking these out that you don't drop them. There's a bunch of open holes in the sump, and if you drop one down to the sump, you're going to have to take the cover off to get them out. Now that we have the screws out, we have to turn the water supply tube over into the right corner so we can release the base from the sump. But first we're going to reach up and pull it down a little bit and move it to the right a little bit so it comes off the mounting studs. Once you have it moved over to the side on the top, then we can turn the bottom where it's locked into the base. Once you have it turned over, then we can lift it off the sump. Once you have it off the base, you can pull the water supply tube out of the dishwasher. Now that we have it out of the dishwasher, we have to remove this section because it's not part of the tube. So we're just going to use a flathead screwdriver and get behind this locking tab right here, and lift up on it and slide it off. Once you have it off, you can set it aside. Here's the old water supply tube next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Looks like they redesigned the upper spray arm, but it will go in and work just fine. Before we put the new water supply tube in the dishwasher, we have to snap on the extension. All you have to do is press it on so it snaps in. Once you have it mounted, we can put it into the dishwasher. To put the new water supply tube in, we're just going to line it up in the right corner like we did when we took it off. Once you have it in place, we're going to line it up on the sump filter and set it down in place. Once you have it in place, we're going to carefully turn it over so it drops down and locks into place. Once you have it locked in, you want to move the water supply tube around so the screw mounting studs line up, and we can put the screws in. We can use a Phillips screwdriver to put the screws in. Remember, just like when we took them out, you want to be careful that you don't drop them and they go down inside the sump. Now we can put the top screw in. Now we can put the lower spray arm in. We're just going to set it onto the stud. And remember, it's reverse thread, so we're going to go counterclockwise to tighten it down. And we're going to use the pliers to lift up on the stud and make it easier to turn and get the threads to engage. Once you have it tight, the spray arm should still spin freely, and then we can put the racks back in. To put the upper rack on, we're going to pull the rails out. Once you have them out, we can line up the wheels and push the rack on. Once you have the wheels in there, we're going to push the rack all the way in. Then we're going to pull the rails back out so we can put the end caps on. To put them back on, we're just going to line them up on the rails so they go into the little notches here. And then once you get them this far, we're going to have to press on the release side again so that the locking side goes on. Once you have this one on, we can do the one on the other side. Now that we have them both on, we can push the upper rack back in. Now we can put the lower rack back in. All I have to do is set it onto the door and push it back into place. Once you have it in, you can close the dishwasher door, plug it back in, and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.